1993 marked a new chapter in Lennox Lewis's career, the moment the hunter became the hunted. Having been crowned WBC Heavyweight Champion after Riddick Bowe refused to face him, Lewis now stood at the summit of the heavyweight division. No longer the rising contender chasing his shot, he was now the man every challenger wanted to dethrone. This year would test not just his power and skill, but his ability to wear the crown. Fight 23. 8th May 1993. Thomas and Mack Center, Las Vegas. Lennox Lewis versus Tony Tucker. After Riddick Bowe infamously refused to face him and threw the WBC belt into the trash, Lennox Lewis was officially crowned WBC Heavyweight Champion. But he knew he still had to earn the respect that came with it. Now the hunter had become the hunted. His first defense, and true test as champion, came against the experienced Tony Tucker, who entered the ring with a formidable record of 48-1, his only defeat coming against Mike Tyson in 1987. Though Lewis had mentioned George Foreman as a possible opponent, he ultimately chose to face Tucker, the WBC's top-ranked contender. Tucker had once held the IBF world title before losing it to Tyson, and had since rebuilt his reputation with 14 consecutive wins. Yet despite his resume, the bookmakers made him a 6-1 underdog, expecting Lewis to dominate. From the opening round, Lewis dictated the fight with his powerful jab and superior reach. In round 3, he made history, dropping Tucker for the first time in his 50-fight professional career with a blistering right hand. Tucker showed toughness, surviving the knockdown and even managing to stun Lewis briefly in the 8th round with a wild 20-punch assault. But the champion quickly turned the tables, battering Tucker with heavy combinations to close the round. Early in the 9th, Lewis floored Tucker again with a thunderous right hook. Though Tucker survived to hear the final bell, it was a one-sided contest. The judges' scorecards read 118-111, 117-111, and 116-112, a clear unanimous decision victory for Lewis. This wasn't just a title defense. It was the moment Lennox Lewis truly became world champion. It also marked a historic milestone. The first time a European boxer had won a major heavyweight world title since Ingemar Johansson in 1959. Lewis had proven himself beyond controversy. The title was now undisputedly his, and the new era of heavyweight boxing had officially begun. Fight 24. 1st October 1993. National Stadium, Cardiff. Lennox Lewis versus Frank Bruno. In October 1993, the heavyweight crown came home, and for the first time in history, two British-born fighters would battle for the World Heavyweight Championship. The bout between Lennox Lewis and Frank Bruno wasn't just a title defense, it was a national event. Frank Bruno entered the ring with a record of 36-3 and a reputation as one of Britain's most beloved sportsmen. Twice before, he had fought for the world title, losing to Tim Witherspoon in 1986 at Wembley and Mike Tyson in 1989 in Las Vegas. Now, at 31, this was seen as Bruno's last chance to fulfill his lifelong dream. But there was tension in the build-up. Bruno questioned how British Lewis really was, pointing to his Canadian Olympic gold medal in 1988. The war of words added fuel to a rivalry that had the entire nation divided. Bruno or Lewis became the question on every fan's lips. When the opening bell rang in Cardiff, Bruno started aggressively, pushing Lewis onto the back foot. Lewis took the first round, but Bruno roared back in the second, using his jab and timing to disrupt the champion's rhythm. In the third, Bruno landed a heavy right hand that visibly shook Lewis, a moment that forced the champion to regroup and focus. "It didn't hurt me," Lewis later said, "but it got my attention." After 6 rounds, the fight was finally balanced. 2 judges had it level, while the third had Bruno ahead. But in the 7th round, everything changed. Bruno landed a quick left jab and pressed forward, but Lewis saw an opening. As Bruno dropped his right hand, Lewis unleashed a devastating left hook, staggering his opponent. Smelling blood, Lewis launched a ferocious barrage of punches, hammering Bruno with headshots until referee John Coyle Van stepped in. The fight was stopped 1 minute and 12 seconds into round 7. Lennox Lewis retained his WBC heavyweight title by technical knockout. It was a dramatic and emotional night, a proud all-British showdown that captured the hearts of millions. Lewis had silenced the critics who questioned his heritage and proved, beyond doubt, that he was Britain's true heavyweight king.